This lesson is about moving cells in Excel. There are different ways to move cells. You can either use drag and drop, cut and paste, or by copy and paste. I personally prefer the drag and drop. Sometimes I cut and paste. We are going to look into all of this and how you can apply them. Let's start with drag and drop. You can drag and drop a range by pressing and holding the left mouse button on the border. The mouse cursor will change to a move symbol. It's a cross arrow-like sign when you hover around the border. Drag and drop it when you see the symbol. Let's take a look at this using drag and drop. Now, you start by marking the area. You highlight the area you want to move. Now hover around the border to see the move symbol, which is like a cross arrow-like sign, which is this. Now, you click on it, left click on it, and move your cells to any range you want. So let's say we are moving from AB to BC. And here you have it. Now let's say you want to add more context to this data to make it more understandable. Say for example, you want to add the names of the sales rep, and you can go ahead to add it. You can try to move the cells to master drag and drop. Try this again. Remember the sign is ready to move. Now we're moving it to FGH. And there you go. If you've successfully done this, and that's great, you've learned how to move cells using drag and drop. Let's look at cut and paste. Ranges can be moved by cutting and pasting values from one place to another. Shortcode to cut is Ctrl X, and the shortcode to paste is Ctrl V. These are keyboard shortcuts, and it makes work easier for you. In this example, we'd attempt to move column ABC to column FGH using the cut and paste. Now, to cut and paste, remember you can use the shortcode on your keyboard, Ctrl X for cut and Ctrl V for paste. This saves you time. Now, you highlight your cells. Now, instead of using the regular drag method, you simply Ctrl X on your keyboard, or you can right-click on the cell and click on Cut. Now you move your mouse to where you want to paste. You press Ctrl V on your keyboard, or you right-click on the cell and you paste. Let's try to cut this FGH to another cell. Highlight, and you cut, then you move it to another cell. Try this again. Try to move it to different cells until you get familiar with it. Notice something. The moment we highlighted the cell and cut, you notice the dotted line all around the cell we just cut. This indicates that the range has been cut and ready for pasting. So when you try this yourself and you see this dotted line all around it, it simply means it has been successfully cut and is ready for pasting. Let's look at the other method to move cells using copy and paste. The shortcut to copy is Ctrl+C, and the shortcut to paste is Ctrl+V. You can also move cells by copying and pasting. We'll look at the difference between cut and paste and copy and paste. Using the same data, let's try to copy and paste this from column ABC to FGH. Now, you highlight, you right-click on copy, or you Ctrl+C on your keyboard. Whichever one is fine. Now you right-click on the cell where you want to paste and you paste. Or you use Ctrl+V to paste. Copy and paste works the same way as cut and paste. The difference is that it does not remove the original cells. Now notice that when we copied this to this cell, we notice that the original cell is still there. It was not deleted, unlike the cut and paste, where the original position was deleted. That's the major difference between copy and paste and cut and paste. Now in this case, you have to delete the original copy by simply pressing the delete button on your keyboard. Try this again yourself. Try to cut and paste, and also try to copy and paste to understand the difference between the two. The next thing we'll be looking at is adding cells in Excel. Let's take a look at how to add new columns. Columns can be added and deleted. To do that, simply right-click on the column. New columns are added to the place you clicked. Let's take a look at this example. Using the same data, for example, if you want to insert a new column in the B position, now all you have to do is to simply highlight the column B. At this point, you should be familiar with how to select a column. Refer back to the class on ranges to understand how to select a column if you don't know how to. You simply select on the column, you right-click on the column, and you click Insert. And that's it. You've successfully added a new column under the space. Say, for example, you want to add a space to include the last name of the sales reps. Now you have it. You just simply need to type in the data you want. And there you have it. You've successfully added a column and also add the last name of the sales rep. Let's take a look at how you can add rows. Rows can be added and deleted, just like the same way columns can be added and deleted. To do that, right-click the row number. New rows are added the same place you clicked, just like the same way we added columns. To add a row, say for example, here, before DR, you're supposed to add a row. Let's say you omitted a sales rep name, or you just want to add a title there. As usual, you highlight the row 6. Now you right-click and you click on Insert, and there you have it. You've successfully inserted a row. Let's try this again. Let's insert a row before Troy. You right-click and you click on Insert. Try this again so you can understand how you can add rows. Let's look at deleting cells. How can you delete cells in Excel? Cells can be deleted by selecting them and pressing the Delete button. From the previous examples, you might recall where we deleted a value or values. Let's say, for example, you want to delete this cell. All you need to do is to select the cell and press your Delete key on your keyboard, and it's gone. You can also do this for multiple cells. You can simply highlight the cells and you press your Delete key on your keyboard. You can also do this for numbers. Simply highlight and you delete. You can also do this for multiple columns and also mix letters and numbers. Simply highlight and delete. One thing you should note is the delete function will only delete the value inside the cell. It does not delete the formatting of the cell. In future lessons, we would go through formatting in Excel. At this level, what you should understand is that the delete button only deletes the values inside the cell. Say for example, we have this cell E and F having fill color yellow. If you want to delete the values inside of this, if you want to delete the cell and you highlight and press your Delete key, it only deletes the value, it does not delete the formatting. Try this again yourself and try to do this yourself and understand how all this function works. In this lesson, we've been able to understand how to move cells using the different methods: drag and drop, cut and paste, copy and paste. We also looked at how you can add cells in Excel, how you can add a column, and how you can add a row. Also looked at deleting cells. Practice this yourself using the data available and try to master how you can perform all these functions on Excel.